So this is your fourth season making videos for this team? Yep. So do you understand them at all yet, or... At this point, I don't think I ever will truly understand this team. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 17 of the regular season, where the Astros win 9-2 over the Toronto Bluejays. I mean this in a good way. What in the hell was that? And again, a good what the hell was that? But what was that? Just plain and simply, I would like to ask and pose the question to each member of the team. What was that? Like, legitimately, how do you follow up a game, your worst game in the season, the worst loss of the season, one of the worst losses in a vacuum in recent memory, with a game that was so dominating against a legitimate contender in the Toronto Blue Jays, that when your fourth bat in the lineup in Jose Abreu crossed the plate in the first inning, like 7 batters into the game, he represented the game-winning run. You could have stopped sending batters to the plate 7 batters in and won the game. How? And again with the offense, I've said it a few times, they're at their best when there's no one player having to carry it and it's spread around, where they just linger around in a game, keep the score either close or tied, and then eventually they find an inning where they can just pounce on the opposing pitcher and take their lunch money. This happened to be the first inning against Kevin Guzman for the Astros. 7 runs in the first. Dubon with a leadoff single. That's nice. Bregman with a flyout. That was unfortunate. They would then not have another out until the 9th hitter in the lineup. Yordan Alvarez would walk. Jose Abreu would double. It's 2-0 Houston. Kyle Tucker draws a walk. Jeremy Pena with catcher's interference. Corey Julks hits a 2 RBI double to make it 4-0. And then Jake Myers in the first inning to cap off the scoring. 3-run shot to right field. Good for him. I've said it before. In my humble opinion, Chas McCormick should 100% be the starting center fielder. I want no one on this team to be bad. Nito Spaghetto, Jake Myers gets his first of the season. It's 7-0. Are you... Really? Like, actually, it's 7-0 in the first inning. Keep in mind, I don't believe you had 7 base runners in the game yesterday, and yet today it is 7 runs in the first. Because Astros. The Blue Jays begin to mount a comeback in the second inning with a solo home run by Matt Chapman, and all of a sudden you're starting to sweat a little bit, but thankfully Corey Julks would restore the 7-run lead. Starting to sweat there for a brief second, with a solo shot of himself to make it 8-1 in the third inning. 6th inning, Mauricio Dubon would hit a sac fly to make it 9-1 Houston. And then Santiago Espinal would homer in the 8th inning off of Seth Martinez. I almost said Seth Myers. I said Martinez. I didn't do it wrong there. And that would be the rest. That would end your scoring to make it a 9-2 final. And again, I'm just befuddled. And I've said it before, but the Astros are at their best when no one player is having to play hero for the entire team and drag them with them. The offense was nice and spread out. The Astros had, if I'm not mistaken, 10 hits tonight. Only 2 players had multi-hit games. Both of them would have a home run and 3 total RBI. Corey Julks and Jake Myers both had big nights. Honestly, Corey Julks should be... You should alternate days with him and Yordan Alvarez in left field and DHing. You put Yordan in left tomorrow, and Julks is the DH, and then Wednesday you swap them. Corey Julks has got to be a starting player in this lineup right now. He is hitting the cover off the ball. He's looked very good to start this season. He's currently batting .310 and OPS at .826. He's got to be a starting player. So to talk about pitching, to talk about Javier, I'm conflicted, because on one hand, I thought he was fine. I thought it was a perfectly fine game. There was nothing too wrong with it. 5 innings of work, 1-run ball, pair of walks, 5 strikeouts, 13 swings and misses. The swing and miss number is pretty nice. But 9 hard hit balls. He gave up a lot of hard contact through the evening. And again, I also think it was sort of aided of that hard contact not coming back to bite him too particularly badly, because the Astros offense kind of just ended the game in the first inning. We can talk about the bullpen. Phil Maton looked unbelievable. 2 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, no base runners, no hard contact, 5 swings and misses. Phil Maton looked marvelous this evening. Seth Martinez would come in the 8th inning and would give up a home run and complete another garbage time. I'm not going to be too critical of him. He has once again been just given the job of garbage time pitcher, and I feel bad for him. I really do, because I think he has the stuff that could be solid. but he just comes into games that are totally meaningless, where the Astros are either losing by 7 or up by 30. And he can't really get into any good game situation. I feel bad for him. Again, I think his stuff could play, but he's just been saddled with the we have to have someone on the mound innings. Stanek would come in for the 9th, and despite the walk and the hard hit ball, I thought that was a really good inning for Ryan Stanek. 4 swings and misses. I thought he looked pretty darn solid. I was happy with his 9th inning of work, and the Astros finish off the game. And again, I'm not quite going to say it was the most dominating win because it was all pretty much contained to 1 inning offensively, but that was a really, really good win for the Houston Astros. So now the Astros have a neato spaghetti little opportunity tomorrow to make up for some past transgressions, where you go into the game, opportunity to win the series, you send a very good pitcher to the mound in Jose Urquidy, who has dazzled this season. I've been very pleasantly surprised. And the Blue Jays send Chris Bassett, who enters play with an over 7.5 ERA. It's 7.62 to be exact. And Astros, I am begging you. I am pleading with you. Please, just actually score runs against a person who is nearly giving up a run per inning. That's not a super high ask. That's not a super high request. I'm begging with you guys. Just, you can do it. That game's at 8:10 Eastern, 7:10 Central. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.